Oh, we good? Yeah, we're good. Hello, hello. What's up? What's up? What's up? Okay, where was I? Haven't played since Friday, so yeah. Why is she low light? Why is she low light? Oh, was I in a fight just now? I can't remember. Let's do let's repair here. Oh yes, we were in a fight before we came here. Yes, yes. Right as we exit. Alright. Get to the
We have to watch our step as we enter what was once one of the ritziest hotspots in the uppers. Wind whistles through the shattered glass floor. Glass crunches under every footfall. This place was stripped. Whoever did this wanted to find Mr. Blanc's secrets, but the anger they left behind is evident. My heart lurches with hope. Did they do this out of frustration? Maybe they didn't find what they were after. If they'd found what they were looking for, they wouldn't have used a wrecking ball on the place. Spread out. Make it quick.
Let's look around. Find out where that key goes.
We need to hurry. They probably left someone to stake the place out, which means they'll be coming in as soon as they report in for backup.
Alright. Let's go.
A spider web of widening cracks lead to an enormous hole smashed in the floor. Oddly fitting for a lair built on secrets, though I doubt Mr. Blanc would appreciate the parallel. The bar is a complete loss. I've seen this place weather brawls, gunfights, and even a fallen chandelier, but it's beyond repair now. It's been completely stripped, every panel smashed open. This is a dead end.
I know, I'm just looking around.
The wall behind the bar is riddled with buckshot. A series of shotgun blasts tore through the expensive bottles like tissue paper. I hope Morgan wasn't working tonight. I've been in front of this bar enough times that seeing it ransacked freezes my veins. Maybe there's something of value left in all that wreckage, but it does feel like grave robbing.
Gumshoe. Oh, I do have gumshoe because of I do have that girl with me. Damn it. Strategist? I guess let's try it. Hey, I started off my day with a lucky roll, boy. Nice.
I remember that Mr. Blanc always kept a bottle of expensive brandy on hand in case he had to placate a rich patron. Now, where would he have kept it? I scan the bar and notice a discreet hinge on one of the panels. I crouch down and feel around for a latch. The compartment pops open with a satisfying click, and I'm treated to an elegant bottle of warm amber nectar.
Ooh, another one. Get in there. What happened? Smooth talker check. Alright. Save.
Mr. Blanc's booth hasn't escaped the carnage either. I look across at the burst upholstery, the smashed table.
These look like the marks of a crowbar. Someone was trying to force their way through this wall. See here? This looks a lot like some of the removable walls in a free home.
Let me have a look. I wrap my knuckles along the wall until I find a spot that doesn't sound right. I run my fingertips around the paneling. I find a recess concealed by shadows. The key slides home through a thin layer of plaster. The wall slides back, silent and well-oiled. A passageway opens into the depths. We've found the hidden office. Sneaky bastard.
Shall we?
As we enter, I flip a switch on the inside of the hallway. The wall behind us closes as the room lights up. It's quiet in here. Blanc must have had it soundproofed. We're safe in here. For now. Something in this room is worth killing and dying for. Knowing that makes this more like a personal mausoleum than a study. This is clearly where Blanc spent most of his time. among the memories of a secret life. I know this banner. It's for a mercenary group in the uppers, the Blacktails. As nasty a crew as you'll find anywhere. They'd cut your throat for a nickel and sit down to a plate of spaghetti in the same breath.
And that's how we have to be, Gia.
An expensive liquor collection filled with rare vintages. My Zio would have marveled at the bottles for a full second before making off with the entire set. The bottles are arranged by date rather than name for some reason. Scattered papers covered in spilled ink surround a half-packed satchel containing even more papers. Looks like he wasn't expecting trouble when it showed up at his door. This shelf houses various fangs and paws from exotic animals. A series of scorched stones labeled Great War are also shelved here, each of them dated. There are a few empty spots.
No, I was no one. I wonder. I don't know what my strongest crew is in.
Mr. Blanc's private arsenal. The weapons here tell stories of warfare, of clandestine affairs, of time spent in Germany, the Americas, the Congo. Blanc either had connections, or his hands were soaked with blood.
Or both. He had connections and his hands were soaked with blood. Alright, let's check out this shelf.
This shelf and the shelf behind it are crammed full of files. Each file contains information on a different New York VIP. Blanc was sitting on a cache of solid gold, or pure gelignite, depending on your view. There are enough names listed here to fill a city block. I don't have time to go through all of them. I had better stick to names I recognize, or I'll be here all night. Mr. Blanc was willing to work with Apollo, Sam, and the rest of us, so he must have checked us out thoroughly. I want to see what he knows.
Oh, okay. Let's go.
Samuel Ironhand Lowe, born and raised an Aether rat. Once attempted to separate himself from his youthful origins before the Terriers put an end to his plans. Took control of the fading Undercity League. Deft negotiation work found success in multiple baronies. Close, but secretive association with Apollo Diamond. Potential value. Master negotiator. Engenders trust. Exacting nature with an eye for detail. Exploitable weakness. Overly sentimental. Will do anything for the rats.
Very true,
Alcoholic.
actually.
It's sobering to see your life's work summed up that
Yeah,
way.
he's right.
But he wasn't far off. Once, I thought there was a better life for me out there. I was wrong. The Terriers knew even before I did that they needed the underclass of the Aetheniers to make the machine run. That was when I knew I had to work for my people, instead of running away from them.
Apollo Diamond. Born Moish Zachariah Diamond to a tailor and a library assistant in the Lowers. Maintains a public persona as an affluent and charming man about town, film star, and philanthropist. A carefully constructed front, built after years of struggle in local theater and print advertisement. It was Moish's agent who suggested burying his Jewish origins and taking his working name. After his big break starring in the successful war serial About Face, Diamond took advantage of his newfound fame to expand his repertoire. During his rise, began a second career as an urban potential value. Communique smuggling to other islands. Access to information on resistance cells. Exploitable weakness. Bravado.
Yep, very much so.
Diamond can be goaded into rash action if he feels it is in character.
Mr. Blanc's file on Nellie is slim, although it doesn't take long to find out why.
Scientific prodigy. Fast-tracked into the Helicline Institute at 16. Most probably by members of the Trust. Connected to the Trust's development of Red Aether. Trusted Fellow by 19. Honorary doctorate
So
from
it's the
NYU.
trust. Well, that makes sense. That makes sense. I'm not surprised by that, actually. How she got in so young.
Reinhardt has reached out to me about a clandestine job of some sort. I must remember to update my file on her once I learn more.
It appears there was more here, but it's been removed, and a bookmark placed here.
So is Nellie
Interesting.
leading us on? Let's see.
Cress Carter, expert mechanic. Free home of origin unclear. Lost an arm while saving an engineer during a disaster in her youth. Parents took on her contract debt, allowing her to leave. Known associate of both Samuel Ironhand Lowe and Apollo Diamond. Has been seen of late in the company of Gia H-Shot Randazzo. Gifted mechanic with potential value. Illegal vehicle customizations. Superficial interactions with Aether
Guilt at
rats.
having survived and being a burden.
Exploitable weakness. Guilt at having survived. Right-hand woman to Magdalene Weiss and former leader of the Dreamland Does. Currently acting as Dreamland liaison to the Underground. Very much Marm's creature up until her defection. Psychologically fascinating. Sulzer believes that she is independent and strong, and cannot see that Weiss has molded her into her own image. Sulzer's rise through the ranks accelerated after foiling an attempt on Weiss's life. Despite rumbling that she was in on the assassination attempt, Sulzer's stock only rose in Weiss's eye. It remains to be seen if Sulzer will actually make any waves under her own power. Many, including her former Doe sisters, are waiting to see if she is potential value. Information on Doe's. Leverage against Killmeyer. Access to Weiss's remaining Dreamland assets. Exploitable weakness. Vanity.
Interesting.
Can be controlled by questioning the validity of her reputation.
Really? I have to think about that one.
Giovanna, darling. I seem to have caught a chill. Let me borrow that file. I want to start a nice warm fire.
Why Sophie? Probably my favorite character. No, Sophie might be my favorite character. Outside of the main character, the characters that are around us, Sophie might be my favorite character. I mean, I have a weakness for characters like that, like her. I have a spunk to them, a little bit of a, you know, a little attitude to them without being disrespectful, you know what I mean?
Luca Mazzi, leader of Dreamland's Legion, is a man who has never realized his capabilities. Stuck in a loop of guilt and shame over the death of his brother Marco, he holds a powerful urge to self-flagellate. Often gets in his own way,
So we still don't know how his brother died.
simple-mindedly
How did his brother
prioritizing
die?
the general welfare of his people over any agenda that might affect meaningful change. Believes he is upholding his brother's legacy. Ironically, though loath to put his people at risk, seems to favor the block-with-your-face style of street fighting in the boxing ring. Potential value. Support against Dreamland Does. Transportation of bulk goods. Information on shipping schedules. Exploitable weakness. Caretaker.
Yeah, very much.
A threat to the Legion, real or invented, can
Yeah,
tie...
yeah.
I know it's wrong to speak ill of the dead, but I wish the guy was right here so I could loosen a few teeth for him.
All right.
Seized by my desire to see Mr. Blanc's true opinion of me, I decide to search out my own name. I'm surprised to see that my file is part of a larger folder, including files on my Zeo and needles.
Oh yeah, I wonder how would things look differently if we didn't just let Needles be killed. He pissed me the fuck off. That's why I was like, yeah, you get the fuck out of here.
Giovanna Randazzo, infamously known as H-Shot Randazzo. An interesting study. Despite a semi-larcenous choice of career, she displays a curious, seems to approach every challenge with a fresh set of solutions, alternately opting between using force, wits, or trusting to her skills. May prove to be a viable partner as I contemplate retirement.
Retirement? Interesting.
Conduct embraces a wide spectrum. Murdered John Valentine in cold blood after the death of her uncle, but also regularly gives succor to the marginalized and performs other selfless acts.
I didn't shave here properly, but feeling a little not properly, but I can pass the blade properly.
Recent endeavors include her role in bringing down Elijah Tellingast and masterminding the Pandemonium heist alongside a loose confederation of newly made associates.
Let's see what he's gonna say about my weakness.
Potential value. Possible partnership in future after I am satisfied of her mettle. Once she finally
No
comes
weakness?
to terms with the loss of her uncle, will become either a danger or an inestimable resource. Exploitable
Oh,
weakness.
there we go.
Shaky morality. Has selected a life of apathy
Fair,
against her
that's fair.
own better instincts following the shock of her uncle's death. Vulnerable to manipulations toward egotism or altruism.
Vulnerable to manipulations toward egotism. I can see the altruism, but egotism, really?
I ball my fists and lean against the shelf, taking care to breathe deeply for nearly a full minute. I can't tell if Mr. Blanc's profile on me is groundless speculation. The file on my Uncle Alfonso is older than the others. The paper's slightly yellowed. Still,
I first dealt with Alfonso Randazzo following my return to the city in the turbulent days following the disaster. The lockdowns around the city provided ample opportunities for an experienced smuggler. Despite his death at the hands of the ham-handed John Valentine, his lessons regarding professionalism and honor were taken to heart by his niece, Giovanna. So his life
What I'm
was
trying
not
to
spent
understand
in
is why
vain.
did he say? Because that's what he said, right? Let me see if I can find that back. Yeah, murder John Valentine in cold blood. Why does it say that? I didn't murder him in cold blood. He fucking killed my uncle, Alfonso, right in front of me. How was that cold blood? Like, murdering someone in cold blood means that they have no they have no affiliation or anything to me. You know? How was that cold blood? That I don't
there's
understand.
one final page
But
in the
whatever.
file outlining my Zio's strengths and weaknesses. It has presumably been kept there for the purposes of thoroughness. It's older and more faded than the rest of the file.
Potential value. Established smuggling channels throughout the city, made dependable by an unimpeachable code of honor, forgotten by many in the current day. Exploitable weakness.
Well, he's dead.
Honor. Randazzo matured during a period when honor still existed among thieves. In this era of
Yeah,
power,
that is
I
very
can
true.
hardly swallow past the lump in my throat. I knew my uncle was too honorable for this world, but for someone else to see it so clearly, to confirm that idea.
Peter Portnoy, born Piotr Portnoy, known on the street as Needles, a small-time smuggler working out of White Street's Raymond district. Ex-partner, romantic, possibly, of Gia H. Shotran. Portnoy was involved in the caper that claimed the life of Alfonso Randazzo, incurring lasting injuries from the job along the way. This job provided the friction point that ended his partnership with Gia.
Even after all this time.
Following a recent job blown in White Street, Portnoy's current whereabouts are unknown. I suspect that he is deceased, but this is not confirmed.
Yeah, he's a cunt.
Usefulness. Specific jobs involving textile manufacture or fashion. Exploitable weakness. Gia Randazzo.
The longer I know Needles, the more guilt piles up. Every time we cross paths, he ends up worse for it. Maybe there's no bottom floor
I don't
to
understand
hell.
why you still harboring guilt over this bitch. The fuck? Alright, Eli. Let's
Eli
go.
Tillinghast. A man of conviction and tragedy. His reputation as a bloodthirsty warrior is unimpeachable. His destruction of the Ferdinand Mill spelled doom for the boroughs. Decline came quickly after the Water Waste War. Tillinghast choked on the administration of his own hard-won spoils. A maddening end for a man of action, leading him to his own dependence and death by Red. Following Tillinghast's demise at the hands of Gia Randazzo, White Street is embroiled in internecine conflict. With Lutzko and other loyalists still remaining, it appears the old guard is on top. For now.
Unlike the rest of the file, I also see a hastily handwritten note on...
E.T. contacted by OP after Santa Anita bombing. Red A appeared in E.T.'s hands soon after. No
Ooh,
coincidence.
OP. Who is OP? We know ET is the Tillinghast guy. Who's OP? Contacted by OP.
Magdalene Weiss, aka Marm, is a name synonymous with Dreamland. It would actually be far quicker to name the criminal enterprises she did not have a hand in than the reverse. Growing her own gang, the Does, into an unstoppable force, Weiss has since gone on to rule Dreamland with an iron fist. Yet, in her dotage, Weiss grew obsessed with control. A recent plot headed by Gia Randazzo and associates, in conjunction with Sophie Sulzer and the Does, ousted Weiss from her Dreamland throne. Sulzer and the Does have neatly cut Weiss off from her resources, allowing her to remain in Dreamland as a puppet figure. White.
A hastily written note on the back of a torn-out ledger sheet sticks out. It's
MW contacted by OP shortly after Pandemonium Blaze. Red Aether appeared soon thereafter.
OP. So we need to find out who
A
this OP
pattern
is.
emerging.
Okay.
Millard Meeks, aka the Glass Baron of Astoria Bay, knows better than to interfere with my operations here or elsewhere. The deal we have worked out. I have observed the letter of our agreement and hidden away my material outlining his child's parentage, as well as the source of the glass fortune. In the event of my death or forced exile resulting from his defaulting on our contract, the material is concealed within the oversized painting of the Baron in the Great Hall of the Glass Mansion.
Ah, okay.
When viewed
Gotcha.
under black light, the text etched in silver chloride ink reveals a series of account numbers to offshore banks.
Oh.
Any competent forensic accountant will find his holdings to be less than legitimate.
Oh, okay. Some leverage there.
Beatrix Wilcox, the so-called Baroness of the Black Tails. My own personal history with this woman, this savior, avenger, and monster, is painful to recount.
The rest of the entry has been recorded in a cipher, and I can't find a code key anywhere. It looks as though Mr. Blanc
Okay.
has hidden Wilcox's secrets from everyone except himself.
Copy down information for later.
This shelf and the shelf behind it are crammed full. There are enough names listed here to fill a...
Oh.
This shelf is identical to the others, save for a single book sticking out almost an inch and a half from the others. It bothers me. Instinctively, I start pulling books out of the shelf, letting them spill to the ground higgledy-piggledy. Recessed into the back of the shelf,
Never heard that word before. Higgledy-piggledy. I really never heard that one.
Sam is murmuring to himself softly, rubbing the back of his neck. His eyes flick between the weapons.
So Mr. Blanc was associated with those murderers? I can't believe I shook his hand. I wish I'd never met him. He deserved his death, in fear and violence.
The Blacktails are bastards, sure, but the Underground has worked with shady folks before. Killmeyer, hell, even me. We've all...
There are levels. You have been a good friend to the Aetherians, to Cress, to the Underground, and more. The Blacktails, they're just jackals.
You're not wrong, but he died getting us this key. He could have skipped town and we'd be none the wiser. I'd like to think he had his own code. Maybe he had his own reasons for leaving the Black...
We'll never know, but don't expect me to shed a tear. A good deed here and there can't make up for that kind of butchery. Forgive me for saying so, but I'm almost glad he's gone.
Alright. Don't get your knickers in a twist.
The safe has a combination lock with a backup keyhole. It looks, much like Mr. Blanc himself, implacable in its flawlessness. It's a tough old bastard.
Oh, my heat is reducing that. Damn it. Did we get a combination, by the way? I can't remember.
I look
Right.
around and seize upon his wall of weapons. A minute later, I have a needle-sharp poniard in hand. I couldn't ask for a better makeshift lockpick. With a slow exhalation and a crack of the knuckles, I set to work. It isn't easy, but I finish with slightly shaking fingers. I pry open the lid of the safe like a pirate's treasure. Only instead of rubies or doubloons, this safe is stuffed with files. Mr. Got it.
Excellent, Gia. Let's have a look at those files.
I pull out the stack of files with both hands and fan them out over the desk. What we're holding here is pure dynamite.
Keep an eye out for the file on Red Aether, Gia. I want to know which barons have been given access to it and how they're using it.
I'm cycling through file folders when my eyes are drawn to a file labeled Tobias Dufresne. Finally, some answers.
Tobias Dufresne, the Hanged Man. Beatrix Wilcox's old hunting dog. I never had to go up against him, thankfully. Retirement didn't agree with this former Blacktail, and he made it known in no uncertain terms.
Simon didn't agree with this formula. Wait. Oh, Beatrix was old hunting dog, so he wasn't with Beatrix anymore. Beatrix is the Blacktail leader. Retirement didn't agree with this former Blacktail, and he made it known and known. Retirement didn't agree. So he retired.
Dufresne's history is one that remains hidden. Every informant, every spy I sent to ferret out his secrets, met a bloody end. After the 5th such attempt, Dufresne poured me a tumbler of whiskey, and recounted for me the details of what has come to be known as the Night of the Underline Revenant. It was more confession than conversation. I dare not recount the details of his rampage, but the broad strokes. After being asked to perform a job that went against his code, he was hung by his neck from the tow line of an island and left for dead.
Oh, that's how he has his scar on his neck.
3 days later, he boarded a ferry off the island, carrying a sack filled with the tongues of every underboss who voted for his sentence of death. The Baron himself was left hanging from that same tow line. I suspect that the Trust aided Dufresne in his quest of vengeance to acquire his allegiance. He never revealed why he sought me out, but I read between the lines. He was warning me to stay out of his affairs.
I paused to reflect. I don't know whether or not I would have taken the Trust's aid and pledged to them if they had helped me with my own revenge after Valentine's murder. If it weren't for my friends. A few more folders in, I spy Nellie's name, as well as the name Olympus Park.
OP's Olympus Park.
Maybe the gaps in Nellie's
that's
file
what
can
OP
be
stands
filled
for.
in here.
Receiving a hand-delivered note from anyone in the Heights is unusual enough, but to receive a note from Reinhardt, a rising star in Olympus Park, was quite shocking. In the note, Reinhardt mentioned to me that her life was in danger, and she believed the bombing of Olympus Park was specifically done to halt her research.
That seems weird.
I immediately started my own investigation.
Because if the trust is behind pretty much all of this, right? Why would and the research and everything? Why would they bomb the same park that they sent us to research?
While I have few agents in the Heights, the Trust has them everywhere. I was able to get the information I needed through. It was from these arrangements that I was able to acquire a rubbing of a special seal. I believe it to be the secret seal of the Trust. It must not be shown to anyone, as its value as an identifier is irreplaceable.
I look over the carbon copy, paying attention to the indicated seal. I know I've seen it before somewhere, but I can't place when or where.
Yeah, it looks very
I
familiar.
stare at it
Even
until
for me.
it's burned into my memory.
I feel like we've seen this somewhere.
If Mr. Blanc says to keep it secret, it's likely a secret worth killing over. My hackles raise. For all I know, he was shot over this rubbing. I quickly hide the file from the others.
I wonder. I feel like after this little investigation here, we're gonna fight Dufresne, Tobias.
After my examination of the top and bottom 2/3 of the pile, I settle down to flip through the middle portion. I go through one by one before I finally find the record I'm after. The dissemination of red Aether.
The Red Aether events in White Street and Dreamland were far too close together for me to consider them accidental leaks. My informants across the baronies, once told what to look for, produced proof of more. Every barony bribed with Red Aether held the following traits in common. They were all located in the lowers, and every one was granted Red Aether following an action that destabilized the lowers. Further analysis revealed that the relationship between the Trust and the lowers barons goes back decades, to the founding of each barony. The Trust has been king-making for decades.
So they are basically the Illuminati.
A chill runs down my spine. I'm way in over my head here. Every lowers baron who has emerged as an unassailable iron fist has done so for this shadow cabal? The strings pulled here are so far above me that I can't even see them. How does a group have this much control over the barons? How many Elis and Marms have the Trust created? I've got what we're after. The evidence we need. The Trust supplied White Street, Dreamland, and others with Red Aether. Maybe Nellie can help us make sense of this.
I feel like when we go back home, Nellie might not be there. The doctor might be part of the Trust or something, because he just showed up randomly out of nowhere. So it has to be that maybe he wasn't part of it, but they saved his life, quote unquote, for him to go and in order for him to go out there and find Nellie and whatnot. So we'll see.
We have what we came for. Let's have a quick peek.
As I busy myself gathering files to take with us, Sam has taken the Red Aether file and begun his perusal. By the time I'm finished, he is... Sam? Penny for...
You know, Gia, Apollo and I went into this with our eyes wide open. We don't always see eye to eye, and our approaches are different, but we believe in helping people. Through our efforts, I believe we have done good for our communities at large, including my Aethenians.
Excuse me.
To know that these trust people were operating under our noses all along, I knew the task would be difficult, that this wickedness might outlive me, but never the movement. But I'm a negotiator, Gia. These people, they're a shadow. How does one negotiate with a shadow?
Sam, these people are not thinking live and let live. They already have the resources to suborn how many baronies? And I can't see them stopping with just whites. There's nothing we have that they need, except our willingness to roll over for them. It's time to fight.
You know, this puts me in mind of something you said to me when we met. You said that playing by barony rules would not bring us what we desire. And the Trust, they do not play by barony rules either.
Not for the first time. I think back to how much I trusted my Zio, how I never questioned his wisdom. Sam makes me feel the same way sometimes.
We have what we came for. Let's take what we can and get going.
We've accomplished what we set out to do.
It's not gonna
Time to
be
get
that
back to the hole.
easy. We're gonna get chased now. Pretty sure. Oh, we're back. Oh, okay. That was interesting. That was too easy. They're gonna follow us here. Must be. Alright, first things first. I don't think I have anything to do, right? See if Nelly's lab has anything for me. Improve Aether Sludge Sprayer. Damages enemy in a huge area and applies Aether Drain to affected vehicles. Large. Behind the vehicle, damaging. This is an undercarriage weapon. Damaging and lowering the AP of everyone caught in the group. I'm wondering if I have use for that. You gotta repick it for you again. Please.
How can I help?
How's Daisy coming along?
Oh, Gia, come here.
The kid leads me to the device. I've seen Heights Tech in promo reels, but they always felt too fantastic.
Professor Gardner and I installed the Aether core as soon as we could. We've started tests to simulate Daisy's effects on the well, and the results so far align with our hypotheses. It's surprisingly simple. The well has an enormous gravitational force. Meanwhile, Daisy produces an opposing force, causing the particles to diffuse. This will weaken the well, causing it to shrink. Well, what do you think?
It's amazing, Principessa. You really did it. I leave her beaming brighter than all the gizmos in her lab, leaving me wondering if that's how I ever looked when Zio told me good job.
Have anything to show? Oh yeah.
Think this can help?
I know exactly what to do with this. This is enough for something else I've been working on. I'm so excited for you to see it. Just check the steamer trunk the next time you're here. Let me know if there's anything.
Cool. I wouldn't just sell it just yet. Because I don't even know if I have a use for this really. I don't remember who has what. And it's an undercarriage weapon, right? So it'll have to be Gia. Right now I have what, flamethrower. See, the flamethrower applies a debuff that continues to damage, yeah? I don't understand why when you come here it takes so long to, the first time at least. It eventually fixes itself. Please fix yourself. There we go. Yeah, so right now on you have what? The Repulsor Nova and the Grenade Launcher. I could potentially get rid of the Grenade Launcher, you know? So I'm thinking, what if we combine the Repulsor Nova with the Gravitational one? Pull them in and then push them back up. You know? That could be kind of cool. Potential. Yeah, so on you I have the Flamethrower. It's going to be difficult to get rid of that. I think I need to have a better shotgun, no? Oh no, it is the Aether beam I have. Oh my. Yeah, she's always like up close in your face, so I feel like yeah, it's better to just stick with that for now. I already know I have the sniper on her. Right. Ah, pick it up. Right. Let's do the main quest, and then we can talk to people after.
We arrive back at the lighthouse just before sunrise. My adrenaline and nerve have both bottomed out completely. I find a bunk to crash in and sleep for almost 14 hours.
I'm just reading on something here. I'm going to understand my keys. Oh, before overseas players, okay. I'm going to play with them last night. Ooh! Seals and Joseph playing with them. Multiplayer with Barbados. Interesting. A full shake up, boy. Rutherford also with Barbados. King? Interesting. Handling, cookie games. Wow, things have really shifted. King was with who? King was with who? Simmons, routine. Wait, so they are the only people who retain that player. Oh, Motara, interesting. Okay. Petty, Shepherd, Hope. Okay, still staying pretty much. Okay, no, okay, so he left as well. He used to be with Saint Lucia. Joseph, Ali Mohammed. Boom, all come back. What the ass? Nandu. Fananj, okay. Yal. Stone. Samson, okay. Make a Kingsman. Okay, so Powell there. He used to be with Barbados, right? Very cool. Russell, boy. Hey, Russell. When last Russell play, boy? Oh, Cardi. Harris, okay. Excuse me. Charlotte St. Kitts, no. Interesting. You no longer with St. Lucia. Well, Mayers was there. Oh, I think I can't remember if Hula was there before. Petra was there before. Oh, we come. Ned. Oh, that's his brother. Like Mikael brother. Denise. Okay. Wait, Mikael is the breakout player. Isn't Jeremiah? Oh. And then jeez. Ford. Quran. Mari. And finally Quran. Who the hell is Dexter's? Ah, I'll check that later. Hey Maddox, what's up? Oh, sorry about it. I was checking through some sports teams there that were recently announced.
We all meet up later that evening to discuss our findings. Getting everyone up to speed on the information Mr. Blanc provided us proves no easy task. The trust, Dufresne, the Red Aether, everything.
Poor Mr. Blanc. He was so very gallant. Even knowing assassins were after him, he stayed to the end to finish his work. To help us.
These trust people seem like they hold all the cards.
Yeah,
We've lost one
I
of
have
our
no
best
idea how we're gonna fight
sources.
them.
Tell us you found something we can use.
Nellie, here is the file Mr. Blanc had on Red Aether. This is what we were after. Why don't you take a good look at it and let us know what you find? I hand Nellie the file. Gradually, the lines of sorrow fade from her unlined face as she becomes embroiled in the work, her analytical mind giving context to the raw information we couldn't absorb. Just as quickly, her pensive face turns to one of shock and alarm. She slams the file down on the table. She moves with such sharp shock that Apollo and I grab for our guns instinctively.
This is monstrous. Unbelievable. Gia, this is why the well has been growing. It's worse than we ever could have imagined.
Yeah, but I want to know, why would he trust one well to grow if it's gonna destroy everything? I don't understand that. Blanc was well, you probably didn't see it last stream, Friday last week, where he was killed pretty much right at the end. Oh no, you left. Right, yeah. Yeah, you left. Yeah, he was killed when we met him in the alleyway. He was killed by an assassin whilst we were talking to him. And then he gave us like I literally just came from there where he gave us a key to, well, he didn't give us a key, but we found a key on him to get all the information that we needed.
Nellie,
Well,
focus.
most of the information.
What is it you're trying to say? What's happening?
It's the spread and concentration of the energy, to be exact. Aether affects the atmosphere, you see. Usually, proper refinement removes the harmful effects, by and large.
How much is being done around the world? I mean, true, but none of it is. Most of it is still concentrated. Right, compared to this, where like the entire, like this entire world depends on the well. But yeah, very true. very
If
true.
it didn't, the city would have been torn out of the sky years ago. Even General Eli's weapon, on its own, should barely have an impact. But with multiple baronies using Red Aether, the effects are multiplied exponentially. The energies are tearing the well open day by day. It's like throwing gasoline over a fire.
Yeah, but I'm still trying to understand what. I mean, we need to understand what is the trust, like, end goal. What is the end goal for doing that?
Okay, slow down, Nellie. Breathe. So, if the lower baronies are using Red Aether and this is causing the well to worsen, how do we fix it?
Short of everyone agreeing to stop using Red Aether, I suppose. If we were to refine Red Aether into Harmonic Aether, that would do it.
Take a new weapon of power away from the barons? Seems unlikely. Maybe we could go the Harmonic Aether route given enough time, but that's something only you can do right now, correct?
Right, but we still have Daisy primed to fix the well. At the very least, that should buy us time to work out a more permanent solution.
If Red
Yeah.
Aether is so dangerous, why spread it?
Exactly.
If the Trust has a good thing going influencing the lowers, why are they intentionally feeding the well?
That's what's so alarming. It makes no sense at all. I can't make heads or tails of why someone would do such a thing so deliberately. Why be so reckless? Are they trying to destroy the lowers?
16%.
Something is nagging at my memory. I tune Nellie out as I search for
I might-
scrap
I
of
might,
information. Something I heard or saw
we got it.
earlier
Nice.
in the evening. I suddenly remember something Mr. Blanc said to us in the alley before the attack. Something about the Trust and their moves against Nellie.
Yeah, I also don't understand that. The Trust is who put Nellie there in the first place. So then why would they want to kill her now? Was it that she discovered something that they didn't want her to discover?
This organization knows just how to push the Barons. They've been battling over the Trust's scraps for decades. Why would they stop now?
Maybe they are. Maybe they want the Barons to destroy each other.
Okay.
But why?
All those people.
I don't know. We're still missing something. But some of it feels right. They want the lowers too focused on one another to stop whatever's coming.
Whatever the case, if there are more baronies with red Aether than we thought, we're running out of time.
Okay then. How much time do we need to buy you before the device is ready to roll out?
Oh, the device is ready. The issue is one of proximity. In order to fix as much of the well as possible, to really complete the job, we need to move closer. In actual fact...
Nellie pauses as she rolls her eyes skyward, mumbling math under her breath.
Probably need to go into the well.
Yes.
How close as...
For best results, we will have to travel
Yep.
within the well itself. Extremely dangerous, yes, but also necessary.
A sudden flash from the window blinds us all with white light. I pull my gun, but the spots in my eyes keep me from finding a target.
I know they would show up.
Uh-oh.
By the time I'm seeing anything but spots, whoever was at the window is long gone. I strain my ears and hear rapid footsteps fading away into the distance.
Get them!
I knew somebody would show up.
Apollo is the first out the door. My feet pound asphalt in an all-out sprint when I run headlong into Cress.
Whoa, 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 where's the fire? I just saw Apollo taking off like a bat out of hell. Mind telling me what's going on?
No time, Cress. Someone spied on the meeting. Some guy with a camera. Gotta stop him.
Go then. I'll let the others know.
I dash off, but I can hear Cress call out to me before I'm out of earshot.
There are only so many places he can go, Gia. We'll get him.
Search the hole for signs of infiltration. Alright, let's do a... Yeah. Alright, let's check my apartment first.
No one here, Gia.
Okay.
While the Joneses have their gilded wallpaper, all I have is a head full of someday. Zio always told me.
Nothing. Okay, cool. Let's check Nellie's lab.
Sorry, Gia. I've triple-checked all the greenhouses, but there's no sign of him.
Haven't found the creep with the camera yet, miss.
Already captain's quarters, right? Let's check by that girl.
I'm afraid our spy hasn't shown his face here, darling.
Someone with a camera, you say? No strangers here tonight, just Thomas and the regulars.
Why the place looks so though? Like, why is it messed up?
As I approach the ferry, I recognize Mr. Throg. In his grip is my quarry, held by the scruff of the neck. The kid has a camera on a strap and a notepad sticking out of his pocket.
Hey, hands off, Charlie!
Nobody on the ferry that I don't recognize. Rule.
Aw, come on, Chief. I need to lay low. I've got some toughies after me.
Who do we have here?
Stowaway.
Hey, I got a name. It's Benny. Benny Castellano. My friends call me Big Mouth.
Big Mouth, huh? Should I have heard of you?
Maybe you read my byline. I'm a reporter for the Midtown Crier, and you got no right to keep out the press.
It's just a kid, maybe 110 soaking wet. And I bet my back teeth not more than 15 years old. If he has pictures, though, we might be sunk. How should I play this?
Oh yeah, my heat is still high. Shit, man. Alright, let's try Dodger.
The kid is clearly too panicked to make with any straight answers, so I lean forward and snatch the notepad out of his pocket. That ought to get his attention.
Hey, you can't do that! Illegal search and seizure!
That's ancient history, kid. You want the notepad back? Better start talking.
Okay. Just give it back. I need those notes for my article.
Benny finally calms down enough to get a sentence out. The kid's got moxie, I'll give him that.
Okay, so I'm a reporter, see? I got a lead on a potential scoop, and I heard some folks talking about the lighthouse. Sounds like a story to me. So I stake out the joint. So you and your buddies show up and start a long talk. Red Aether, the well, hot dog, I think. Headline story, here I come. I take the shot, but I forgot about the flash. Rookie mistake.
The only thing is I find the voice acting for him is kind of off. It doesn't feel like a 15-year-old. It's a bit off.
Damn it. The kid knows way too much to just let him go. I don't want the Underground to deal with this squirt the way they wanted with the Coney Island leak. I need to get him out of here. All right, Benny. I'm going to give you a chance to talk your way out of this. If you come with me, you might even get a story out of it.
Sure. I got nothing to hide.
No, yeah. You can hear like a female a female thing to it, but even outside of that, it sounds a little bit more mature than it should be for a 15-year-old. I mean, not to say that I've met 15-year-olds with like very heavy voices and stuff, but I don't know, it just doesn't fit in for some reason.
Benny sits under the lights, fearless with the energy of youth. I envy him that. Sam, Apollo, Nellie, Cress, and I take turns interrogating the kid.
What did you sit him under the lights?
So I hear talk about a secret underground running around making trouble for some Barons. They show up, and when they make noise, Barons go poof. I figure there's a story in it. I start trailing their activities and end up here. I ask around, hear a few stories about unusual traffic to the lighthouse, lots of people coming in and out all hours, so I stake it out.
Yeah, exactly, and that's why it sticks out, because everyone else is so well voice acted that this one is like, oh, first, this is actually, I'm trying to recall if there was any others that seemed kind of off. No, I think all felt exactly as it's supposed to feel. So this is the one that felt, oh, this feels a little off.
How long have you been watching us, Benny?
Not long. A couple meetings now. I heard something about Mom Weiss, something about Red Aether, secret society
Wait, what?
stuff.
A couple meetings now? What?
Hey, are you the real Apollo Diamond? Can I get a photo? Tabloids will pay big for a candid shot.
Kid, forget the shot. If you want to leave this room alive, you keep your trap shut, but good, or we shut it for you. Permanently.
Aw, don't climb up your own leg over it, Pops. Besides, I already got a line on a better scoop. Hey, watch it!
While Benny is spouting off, Cress upends his bag on the table, its contents clattering and scattering to all corners. Nellie and Cress go over every item. In the comics,
Oh, we saw that already. Do I have to talk to them about anything new? Let's see. Oh yeah, I think
settling in all right, big guy?
Not my first time away from home for a job. From the sounds of it, from what I hear, the Underground's got their sights on more than the well. They planning on taking the whole damn city?
Knowing Hollywood, they might be. But they won't be taking on anyone if we don't fix the well.
Damn right. You've got me for that, at least.
Without Marm in the picture, I imagine things back home are looking different.
The Does aren't the only one rebuilding their lives. The community caught the brunt of her expansions. Now, they've got breathing room to recover. We're racking up over time to fix what she did.
And Diane?
We talked things over before I left. I floated leaving town, seeing the rest of the lowers. She told me she'd start tying up loose ends so we could leave on a fresh slate. Diane's given up a lot for me to hang around feeling sorry for myself. When we're done here, I'd like to make it up to her.
You and Diane, you two have been together a while, right? Tell me a bit about it. He grunts, but he doesn't tell me to drop it.
First time we met was at a party. I was a tongue-tied shrimp. She was a knockout.
Love at first sight?
Nah, I'd just chased off her scumbag ex. He got some hits in, so I was feeling lightheaded at the time, but she made it feel worth it.
Lucas smiles. It might not have been love at first sight, but it had been the initial spark in the engine.
Diane's been there for a lot. My boxing career, me and Marco, and what I did after. We got into fights about it, you know?
Really? Looking at you two interact, it's hard to believe.
No relationship's perfect. She stood by me, but it didn't mean she didn't sometimes resent me. I did my time, then chose to throw myself into doing what Marco would have done. I don't think she minded sticking around the hall, but I picked my brother's dream over making one for us. That's gotta change. Take care.
All right.
Yes, darling?
Okay, so we finish with you.
Until next time.
What is it, Cress?
Just the bat, cigars. No other weapons or contraband.
Were you expecting any?
Not really, but we can't be too careful. There's a secret organization with a hit out on you, remember? It doesn't take a grown man to pull a trigger.
Hello, Gia. All right, bye.
Okay, nothing new with you.
Make it snappy, would you?
How's an uppers movie
Ah,
star
we
go?
already saw this already.
That's it. You play.
Why not?
Lot of celeb. I watch as the glib play.
And?
But you're sure fighting the.
Oh, it's just the underground might be... Arrivederci, darling.
After this, I'm mostly convinced Benny's on the level. There's nothing incriminating here. Spare notepads, film, pens, magazines, and chewing gum.
Y'all sure about that?
How about you, Nellie? Anything interesting? Nellie is peering closely at a photograph, barely developed. Her perfect nails dig into the paper, tearing at the fibers.
Hey, watch it with those!
Look at this! Do you have any idea what this is?
Nellie passes me the photograph. I scrutinize it carefully. I'm no scientist, but I've read the odd article here and there and wandered around Nellie's lab more than once. I think I recognize the device in the picture. Nellie, this looks kind of like that thing you're building in the lab. Some kind of amplifier?
Exactly! It's just what we need! This is an Aether amplifier. A powerful one, too, from the looks of it. It could amplify Daisy's range and power so we can fix the well without needing to go inside it. Excuse me, Benjamin, was it? Where did you see this device?
That thing? I saw it in Nation's Crusade. It was locked away in one of their missions, at the base of a tower. I snuck in after hours and I snapped some photos. Don't know what it is, but it looked important. And it's Benito, doll.
Well, it's simple then, isn't it? We go to Nation's Crusade, explain the situation, and convince the Baron to let us use their amplifier.
Oh yes, Nelly. It's gonna be that easy.
The room goes silent, except for the rumble of the island's lifters and the rhythmic spinning of the fan over the table.
What? What am I missing?
Nellie, dear child, what you describe as our ideal solution, yes. But the Baron of Nations Crusade? She is not always reasonable. She...
No point in dressing it up. Annie Sullivan Walker believes she's been appointed by God to raise Nation's Crusade to prominence. She can't be reasoned with. We've tried.
They're not wrong. Annie has a way about her. She speaks directly to her people's hearts. They love her for it. They'll do anything for her. She's also the only one with a long-surviving barony out by the well.
So is it that she's actually kind of good? Like she's like a good dictator?
What Cress isn't saying is that she's a few lines short of a screenplay. Cress, I know you've been close to them in the past, but these days, Annie's people are fanatical.
I heard about Annie's takeover of Nation's Crusade a few years back. She's got a reputation as touched, either by God or by madness. Would she be open to negotiation?
Doubtful, but she might be willing. Her mission is committed to helping the needy. She even sends her devotees to provide relief aid to other baronies. Well, they use that as an excuse to recruit more to their cause.
One of those.
Those missions are used to spread Annie's propaganda and lure people into her cult, darling. She's worse than a talent agent. Annie's doing her best to raise a massive flock by hook or crook, all in the name of being neighborly, of course.
Cress, I didn't know you spent time in Nation's Crusade. What's the story there?
It was after I left my free home. I wasn't sure where to go or what to do. Nation's Crusade, for all their faults, have always been kind to Aetherians looking to start over. Sam set me up with them when things went bad.
The least I could do, Chris. You deserved it.
No, Sam, don't blow it off. The least you could have done was nothing. And plenty of people off of that. Same with Nation's Crusade. They got me working a garage, fixed me up with my arm. From what I've heard, though, Nation's Crusade is a whole different animal now. They may be taken by force when they can't convert.
Right.
I hear Annie is different now, too.
Okay, let's say we head to Nation's Crusade to lay hands on this amplifier. Are we sure it will work with Daisy?
You have a point. We'll need to examine the amplifier in person to make sure it's compatible. And if Benjamin could sneak in, I'm sure we can.
Ha! Don't sell me that cheap, sweetheart. I had to tap some contacts and went through 3 cartons of smokes to get in that far. Also, the Bucketheads have built a bunch of new missions. It's a whole new ballgame.
The kid's right. Annie's been expanding in a big way from what I've heard.
But you know which mission is the right one, don't you, Benny?
Yeah. Yeah, as a matter of fact, I do. And I'll even show it to you. For a price.
Intimidate Benny. Let's try and
Look, kid, you sure it's a good idea throwing your weight around like this? We've gone up against barons before and won. Not much challenge in sending you over the ledge if it comes to it.
Gia, you're not serious.
Aren't I?
Oh boy.
Be a good boy and show us the mission, then we'll throw you a few crumbs. Step out of line, and it's the big adios.
Okay, ma'am. I'm along for the ride. Say, I was hanging on to this little number just in case. Maybe you can use it.
We accept, Benito, but we have conditions. First, keep your mouth shut about the underground. Second, G is in charge. Don't question her, just do what she says. Third, you may as well get comfortable. You, Apollo, and I are going to have a long talk about what we can do for one another.
Sam
Put
becoming
the camera away.
Sam becoming a little bit harsh, right? Nice.
Aw, nuts.
I need to clear my heat though, like really and truly. That's so much damn heat. First things first, let us level up. That's where we at. Up really high here, right? Alright. Probably go with that one, maybe. Yeah, let's go. Okay, alright. You. Probably go with the stagger. Yeah. You think maybe let's see what else. What we need to do.
There you are.
Any talking to? Let's see.
You do much business in Nation's Crusade?
Anywhere there is demand, I provide supply. This woman in charge there, she has created a great deal of demand. I would be foolish not to capitalize.
Demand for what?
Come now, Giovanna. Let's not be prudish. We've both given confession before. No?
Can't remember the last time.
Whatever sort of pleasures you may have shamefully admitted to in the dark of that wooden booth likely have much in common with the things I provide for Nation's Crusade.
Stealing comics off a dime store shelf? Tiana's laugh is beautiful, as much for its rarity as its plush velvet tones.
I kind of wish she was part of the crew.
Every time we chat, I learn something interesting about your past. Any new tidbits to share?
Sharing goes two ways, you know. You have information I do not. And as you say, our ledger is not balanced. You owe me.
Okay then. What do you want to know?
In this work, we are careful not to leave a trail behind us. Yes? There are always traces. Signs in the dirt. Ways you can tell business has been conducted. But there is one group who never, ever leaves traces.
You mean the Trust?
What do you know of them?
Probably less than you do. Some shadowy group of ghouls pulling the city's strings, right? A shadow falls across Tiana's face, framing her sharp features in stark contrast, like a portrait whose color has been leached off the canvas.
Stories, Giovanna, have power in them. Even in myth and legend and lies, there is truth. There are forces at play in the world we dare not imagine.
Come on. You trying to scare me?
Yes. If you learn anything more, let me know. And please be careful. So long.
Okay. What do we got? What do you have? What do you have? Anything good? Racing pulses. After apply collision resistance study to yourself, you cannot move around. I don't know about that one. I want to reduce my heat badly, so I think I'll pick this up and use that. Pick up another one. Because that is affecting some of my rolls. Somebody needed a repair kit, right? You. Pretty good one. That's lockpicks. No, you don't have the really good one. Fine. Let's go with the basic. What about selling? Sell this. I will sell this. Well. Sell the stock engine. I can sell these. Sell two of them. Keep one around. Although I have no access to my stash after I leave here. So I might have to take one on the road with me. Let me take one on the road with me. And yeah, I'll go with that. I'm a little bit OCD with how it looks. Alright, it looks much neater now. That was for a good price. good, you good. Yeah. See? Sorry. Use that. I need more, I need more. If anybody needs talking to?
Gia.
We really pulled it off. The heist, outplaying Marm, almost doesn't feel real.
I thought so too first time I worked with the Underground. The job wasn't as big as Rob and Marm Weiss, but it still felt nice, being a part of something more.
Yeah, it's one of the better jobs I've worked in a while. But I'm not one of their revolutionaries. I was just in it to get paid and get Nellie her Aether core so we can fix the...
Whatever the reason, I'm glad we had you on board. Be careful out there.
Okay, so nothing is there. I have plenty scrap, so I'm not worried about that. Everything good there. Is there, other than a safe house, is there no other way to get my heat down, right? I really wish there was a way to do that.
Hi, Gia.
Okay,
Let me know if there's
you.
any...
What do you have for me? Aether Infuser. Applies energized to a target vehicle, increasing its HP. Yeah, I have something like that already for that girl, no? Just drop that in the storage.
Need something?
From what I've heard, Dreamland and Nation's Crusade aren't usually friendly neighbors.
You got that right. Rivalry's been going on ever since they set up a mission on our doorstep.
Doesn't sound like you got much rancor for them, though. Lucas shrugs. A giant unbothered by a passing fly.
They look after people, not just the ones with the deepest pockets. I respect them for that. Doesn't mean I'm ready to pack my bag. Dreamland's got its share of problems. Trading them for someone else's won't make me happier. And unlike Nation's Crusade, Dreamland doesn't judge a man for having a night out. Take care.
Also, they're very puritanical.
Giovanna?
I heard Dreamland's had its share of skirmishes with Nation's Crusade in the past. What's your take on them?
Oh, darling. We could spend an evening on it, and it would barely scratch the surface.
Humor me.
Well, if you insist. They are moralizing, teetotaling dullards. And the missionaries are always so tedious to deal with.
That bad, huh? I'll bet if I asked a Nation's Crusader, they'd give a similar assessment about you folk.
I have no doubt. After all, Dreamland is built on vice. Everything your heart desires is available to buy or sell, and moral judgment is so tacky. Needless to say, they detest us. Take care. Back so soon.
Okay, nothing with
Happy
you.
hunting.
Wait, what is that I see there?
Well.
I found some things that are more...
And pray tell,
Let's see,
what
anything?
diamonds in the rough have you found, Mishichu?
Dreamland, Juki, Barbell, Soap Jackets, and cigarette. Oh yeah, they were saying he would want this back, but he never asked back for it. And we spoke to him and nothing showed up, so I don't know. Probably keep those, I'm not sure.
What can you offer me?
I suppose this could be considered. See you
It's not
soon.
with it. I'll keep the soap thing for now, but I'm not sure.
How can I help? Goodbye for now.
Look what the cat dragged in. Be careful out there.
Nothing new there.
Miss Randazzo?
You make many trips over to Nation's Crusade?
Plenty of folk making the trip. Pilgrims, I suppose.
It's not all one way, is it? There must be people looking to leave.
What makes you say that?
The Axe is cracking down on all kinds of things. Life's hard out there. He looks at me as though I were a child, not with condescension, but with a wistful awe at the innocence of youth.
Hard everywhere, miss. That's life.
We've gotten to know one another pretty well, right?
Oh, so, miss. As those things go.
I think it's time you told me what happened. What's this big secret you're always carrying around like a sack of flour? It's weighing you down, Mr. Throg. A bolt of suspicion cuts through his clouded eyes. He looks at me hard, gauging me like I'm a troubling pink glaze on the horizon he ought to steer clear from.
Not a pretty story.
They never are.
Humor me.
Throg's eyes narrow, and he seems to conclude it's better to tear the bandage off the wound and get it over with.
Ferry accident. Way back, mine. Before your time. My fault. Terrible. A lot of folks hurt.
That's awful.
City took my stripes. Ella May, she left. No work anymore, except down here, where people don't ask questions.
So your wife left.
Usually.
I put a hand on his arm, and he flinches instinctively, like a wounded old hound. I keep my voice soft to show the old man my gratitude. For what it's worth, you're the best captain I ever sailed with.
And
Miss Randazzo, a word, please.
the good professor.
Depends. What's it about?
Nothing serious, except, well, it's about your friend, Miss Salter. I can't help but notice she seems to be in a slump.
He subtly gestures with his cane. As usual, Sophie's looking as polished as a gilded fountain, but imperfections float to the surface. A long nursed drink sits at her elbow, and one of her curls droops downward. Any idea what's got her down?
She resembles some colleagues of mine. We leave much to come to the heights. And even when you've been given a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, it doesn't make you miss your old life less.
She's homesick.
Usually I'd offer to check up on her, but I believe Miss Salter would better appreciate hearing it from someone she's closer to.
Gardner totters off, leaving me with my thoughts. Each one swirls back to the uncharacteristically quiet doe. After what went down in Dreamland, maybe Sophie could use something to cheer her up. The hole's short expensive jewelry and slices of bee sting cake, but I'm sure I can scrounge up something to her taste. Doing a collection to get a gift for Sophie. Think you can spare a few bucks from your latest stack of residuals?
A gift, eh? What's the occasion?
Something to cheer her up. Still thinking about what to get her.
Well, Sophie's no stranger to gifts from would-be admirers. Breaks the hearts of every one of them. But she seemed rather fond of the knife she got.
Knife, okay.
I'm getting something to cheer Sophie up. I know you two aren't too friendly, but if you got a nickel to spare...
She's loaded. You'd need something special to impress her.
It's a gift. I'd like to believe she'll appreciate the sentiment, even if it's not bottles of champagne.
All right. Here. If you haven't decided what to get her, the does all drink Melita Cafe. Don't tell her I told you.
Melita Cafe, okay.
I'm getting something to cheer up Sophie. Want in?
Of course. I thought she seemed less like herself. Fortunately, I see she has a good friend looking after her.
She's had a hard time. I'm just trying to help out. I haven't even decided what to get her yet.
I admit, I've never been skilled at picking gifts either. My wife encourages I stick to vouchers. It may lack a personal touch, but it also avoids giving something unwanted.
That's very true though. It's a very neutral gift.
Hey, Cress. Sophie seems homesick. Got anything to help out?
If it's a group gift, sure. It won't be much, but I can pitch in. What were you thinking of getting her?
Still deciding. Any suggestions?
Posters of home. They're easy to carry, and shouldn't be hard to find for Dreamland. They fly their ads all over the lowers.
Get Sophie a can of coffee. Get Sophie a knife. Get Sophie a PS6 voucher. A can of coffee.
Collection in hand, I pop into Pier 6 and walk back to the root cellar with a modestly wrapped can of Melita Cafe. Sophie's eyes light up like a ray of sun on water as I
What's this?
A gift. It's for you.
How sweet. And it isn't even my birthday.
Then think of it as an early birthday present. You seem like you've been a little down since we left Dreamland. I thought this might help.
Are you implying I'm homesick? Really, darling. Dreamland's only a ferry ride away.
Yeah, but you can't go home anytime soon, can you? My words strained through her facade like poison to her ear. She slowly exhaled.
No, I'm afraid not. There's the business with the well, of course, but I also betrayed Marm. It'll be some time and distance before grudges fade, and I no longer have to check for bombs.
You got people who hate you for saving them, but you still miss it?
Oh, I've always been loathed. Even when I was a dirty child, cutting purses.
But they weren't planning bombs in your car or arranging shootings back then.
Fortunately, no, but I'm used to dealing with danger. I dealt with it when I was heir, and becoming Baron would have only made me a more appealing target.
So what's there to miss, exactly?
Quite simply, it's home. And no home's without its dirty laundry.
True, very true.
For
very
every threat, there's a light. An opportunity or a game to be played. Even if it was with my sisters.
I might never have rammed cars with my siblings for a laugh, but I recognize that sigh. A wistful longing for simpler times past. You going to open that now, or wait till your birthday?
Oh, so impatient. Has anyone ever told you to savor the anticipation?
She leaves me to wait a beat longer before she tears into it.
Melita Cafe! My, this is a surprise.
Heard it was the Doe's preferred brand.
It is. I imagine we single-handedly keep them in business. And not just because of the discounts. Trust me, when you try a cup... How about I brew us a pot?
Okay. Cool. I think that should... I'll be right back. I need some water. My throat.